SuperTalk Mississippi media production.
You're listening to SportsTalk Mississippi On Demand, presented by Pearl River Resort. Escape to Choctaw, Mississippi and enjoy world-class gaming, the Dancing Rabbit Golf Club, and Geyser Falls Water Park. Escape to Pearl River Resort.
Sports Talk Mississippi is on the air. Sports Talk Mississippi is powered by C Spire. Power your home or business with C Spire Fiber. To learn more, visit supertalk.fm/C Spire. C Spire Fiber powers Super Talk Mississippi. To the junction, in the grove, and to the top. This is Sports Talk Mississippi. On your radio and in the game, right here on Super Talk Mississippi.
What's up? Welcome in on this Wednesday. Michael Borkey, Brian Hadad with you. So glad that you guys are with us. It is Sports Talk Mississippi. We got a lot to get to today. Todd Walker going to join us in the 4 o'clock hour just talking baseball. 2 days away from first pitch, so we will do that. We've got a couple of college football topics to get to. Combine invites are out. 5 from Ole Miss, 1 from Mississippi State going to the Combine. And there's some controversial omissions, not from this state, although there's a couple of guys that I think could have gotten it. Anyway, we'll get to that later. We've got a college football fix coming your way. We've got an update on an Olympic story that I can't wait to bring up. And we're also going to play Do You Know That Song? We did it with Ole Miss baseball's walkout songs, whether or not we actually knew what the song was. We're going to do it with Mississippi State. They just released theirs as well. And just a quick scan tells me there's going to be a lot more yeses on the state walkout songs than the Ole Miss walkout songs. A lot of old school in the Mississippi State baseball lineup. So we will get to all of that and more with you right here on this Wednesday. So glad you're here.
We are glad that you have joined us here today in the Pearl River Resort studios. Pearl River Resort is the place to book your next weekend to do whatever, man. If you want to relax, put your feet up, enjoy yourself, you can certainly do that. If you want to have a great meal, you can do that. If you want to see great live entertainment, you can do that. You can do it all at Pearl River Resort. C-Spire text line is open to you at 601-879-4395. Your team has you covered on the field. C-Spire has you covered everywhere else with the best technology for home working on. Backed by local 24/7 customer support. Learn more at cspire.com. C-Spire, inspired by you.
All right, I've got a problem, I think.
Well, we knew that before the show began. I was aware.
I think I've got a problem. I cannot stop getting AI to put your face on random things. I can't stop it.
I got a friend who's like, she keeps texting me. She's like, these really are doing you good. Like, so I want you to do more, is what I'm trying to say.
They are so
I'm getting
much
compliments. So
I mean, they're innocent. It's not like I'm making you do inappropriate things.
I can't wait for WrestleMania.
Oh, my gosh. You got to tell me when that is, though, because I don't know when that is.
I know when it is. Don't worry.
I know, but you got to tell me.
I will tell you. I already know the guy who I want as well. So
you can't AI your own face on stuff. That's kind of lame. You got to do somebody else.
Let somebody else do it. Yeah, I appreciate you. So
that was up about 5 o'clock this morning, earlier than I intended, but I put on the Olympics, and I'm sitting there with my coffee, and I was actually excited this morning because Chloe Kim is somebody that if you're not into the Olympics, she's worth watching. She's an American snowboarder, and she does the half pipe thing where they do all the big jumps and stuff. Yeah. And the men's event is really fun because those dudes get way up in the air, and it's incredible. Shaun White really made that like a mainstream sport back in the day. I mean, he was incredible. But Chloe Kim burst on the scene all the way back in the 2018 Olympics. She won gold at 18 years old. In the half pipe. And when you watch her jumps are just so much higher than the rest of the women. I mean, she is so much better than everybody else. She's incredible. And so I'm glad I got to see her. I was up early enough, got to see her do her runs this morning. She'll win gold again. It was just a qualifier, but she's so much better than everybody else still at her age. Yeah. The only time she hasn't won gold in an international snowboarding event, she was like 14 years old. I mean, she's just a prodigy. But I'm sitting here watching the snowboarders, and then Chloe Kim does her run, and she's incredible. And I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to put Hadad's head on an Olympic snowboarder. And so I got AI to do it, and they did such a good job. And there's Hadad with his goggles and a helmet and a snowboard and a big puffy USA jacket.
What the heck?
And then the first reply is put Hadad as a figure skater. And so I got AI.
Oh, did you do that?
Yeah. So go to the SportsTalk Mississippi
I haven't
page.
seen that one. I saw the other one.
And there's Hadad looking fabulous wearing.
Oh, there I am, yeah.
You look great. And so I'm sitting here. It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
That is some Chaz Michaels right there. Like, sorry, this is what the male body should look like. This is what a peak athlete looks like.
I mean, you look great. But I'm cackling to myself watching the Olympics this morning before the sun comes up.
My head is just a little too big for that body. Just a little.
Just a little bit. But I can't stop. And I don't think I'm
coming,
going
man.
to.
I'm getting compliments. So let's keep that going, man. I can use the boost.
AI is good for something, and it's good for putting Hadad's head on things.
We finally figured it out, yeah.
My favorite one still is when I made you a judge. That was my favorite one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I enjoyed that one as well.
Oh, man. Sports Talk Mississippi. Text us on the C Spire text line 601-879-4395. How much Olympics have you actually consumed?
Very little.
The time of day is problematic for them.
It is. Yeah, I got stuff to do during the day. So
it's early morning for most of them.
Well, you know how I am with that. So.
But it's early morning, and then what I don't like about International Olympics, and I understand why they have to do it, they re-air events in primetime. And I get it. Like, most people are working during the workday. But because the internet, we already know who won these things that you're airing, unfortunately. Yeah. Like, it's already out there. Mm-hmm. And so when you have NBC primetime hosted by Mike Tirico, who's awesome, by the way. I mean, where is he on the current tier of broadcasters? Did the Super Bowl, and he was awesome calling the Super Bowl. And then they put him on a plane.
Yeah, he was in Italy, 24 hours later, basically.
I think so. From the second he got on the plane immediately after the Super Bowl and had to fly from California to Italy. And I think 13 hours after he got on the plane, his broadcast for the Olympics began.
There you go.
It's amazing, but he's awesome.
Tirico's he's up there for sure.
Just a world-class broadcaster. But he's doing this Olympics primetime, and it's like, I've already seen all of this already. Yeah. The internet has destroyed any sport on tape delay. You can't do it
especially when you
anymore.
think about it, like in terms of the Winter Olympics, right? We all think about the Miracle on Ice. That was completely tape delayed, but nobody knew about it.
Nobody knew.
Like you just found out then. Nowadays, can you imagine? So
there are so many people that claim, "Oh, I knew, I got a call and all that stuff. I knew." Yeah.
You knew somebody in Lake Placid.
All 8,500 people there called the rest of the country to reveal
correct
the result. But hockey starts tomorrow. I'll be pretty locked in. Game starts at I think 2:00 Central. So that'll be tough for me to focus on two things at one time.
Yeah, we got a lot going on tomorrow, so.
But I will try my best. And then yes, you made reference to it. The trial is tomorro.
I did.
You did. You just said we have a lot going on tomorrow. That's the other thing.
I wasn't even talking about that. I'm okay. I'm in full confession here now. I don't know why. You could pull a Jim and a Dwight Schrute on me today. I think today is Thursday for some reason.
Really?
I really do. I just did a podcast, and I was talking about tomorrow is opening day, and it's messed with my brain. So when you said that about we have a lot going on our plate, I was talking about baseball, but that's not tomorrow. What just happened? Something happened. You're looking, something happened. What happened?
No, nothing bad. Somebody texted and said, Borkey, American speed skater Jordan Stolz could pass for your little brother. And I Googled him, and the first picture that I see, he's kind of like looking down. Mm-hmm. I got to call my dad.
Hold on, let's have a look at this. Oh.
I got to call my dad.
Well, we know all the talent in the family went.
Hey, Pop, you got to explain something to me here. He's 21. He's from Wisconsin. I don't think my dad's ever been to Wisconsin. I don't know. I got to find out. Because this dude,
that
he
dude
really
that
does
dude
look
looks
a
enough
lot
like
me.
you that we could buy into that.
Apparently, just won gold also. So good on him. I mean,
maybe you two guys are like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. You're the twins, and you're the refuse. He got all the good genes
of the castaway.
Yeah. You're the DeVito. That would be a shame, but I would tell you that your dad had some pretty strong genes if you are the castaway, because you're still a good-looking guy.
And I played sports.
You got some athleticism.
Not winning gold medals in speed skating, though.
Well, this thing I saw today that I tweeted about it. Let me see if I can find it exactly. But the guy on the speed that he was going at, doing a sub 6 minute mile pace uphill on skis,
was unbelievable.
Like
in that event, an American finished second medal, I think, for the first time.
If I sprinted as hard as I could on a flat surface, I couldn't get you a 6 minute mile. I couldn't. I
do cardio daily.
And whatever
I
did, I would die at the end of it. Like if 10-minute mile, just collapse right there. That's the end.
Yeah. What about the USA women's
hockey? He
hockey?
died doing what he hated.
Yeah, women's hockey killing it now.
Well, yeah, they're going to destroy it. Yeah,
they're awesome. What else is awesome? At least to me, I enjoy the Combine. Got 6 Ole Miss and State players combined going to the Combine. We'll tell you who and how important that day will be for them when we come back. Sports Talk Mississippi. We'll buckle down local when we come back.
Sports Talk Mississippi on SuperTalk Mississippi.
Welcome back, Sports Talk Mississippi. Borkey and Hadad just getting started with you. Ben says the best events are snowboard cross and ski cross. Yeah, that's when they race each other, and it's really fun. I mean, just think motocross, but snowboards and skis. It's awesome. Yeah. But for those who don't watch, I know you know.
Yeah. So but ski cross 1, Charles Cross 2, Richard Cross 3.
There's got to be another cross out there somewhere.
Well, I mean, we're just saying, Well, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of them out there, but, hot cross buns.
I do need to be thankful for Richard because I'm wearing new Genteel, GentileApparel.com.
Are you?
Are you too?
Oh.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Nice. We look good.
I just dropped off, you'll be proud, because I just dropped off 2 bags of polos and pants that I just can't wear anymore at the Palmer Home store here in Starkville.
Let's go, man. That's so awesome.
If you're in Starkville and you're a big guy, you're a 4X, 5X kind of guy, head over to the Palmer Home store. There's a couple of Gentile MSU polos in there that I just can't fit into anymore.
The value on those polos is
high.
It's really high.
Get on over there while you can. There's a lot of I turned in all my. I got to restock my Hawaiian shirt collection. They're all gone now.
Oh, yeah.
I got to get some new ones.
Yeah, summer's coming soon, too.
That's right, yeah.
But Richard, of course, the host of Mornings with Richard Cross. Interesting day for him tomorrow because he's in the political game, right? He's in the legal game.
Yeah. And he'll have to dive into this.
He's got to talk about the trial tomorrow.
This event, a little bit for sure.
But I got to be thankful for Richard because he dropped off some fresh Gentile. Mm-hmm. GentileApparel.com. They shipped it to you. We talked to somebody on the coast that ordered from Gentile next day on their front door.
Well, no, Gentile didn't ship it to me.
Richard did.
Richard did.
So charitable.
He's a great guy.
Richard Cross. He really is. Questionable at times because the whole I take my trash not the end of my driveway, but I drive somewhere and throw it in somebody's dumpster thing.
No American
other than
would
that
hear that story and not think that's a little weird. No one. They'd be like, you're a little weird.
Other than that, outstanding guy, yes. And,
I have got to find out the days that Oxford runs trash, and just one day it's just going to be worth it to drive up there, drop a bag of trash, drive home, and just see what happens.
We got remotes up there. Well, we can do that one day.
I'll figure it out, yeah.
But no, thankful to Gentile because I look good and I feel good and you can too. Spring is here. They've got a great winter collection and cold weather, but it's also good stuff for the office. I mean, people wear quarter zips to the office all times a year sometimes. You got to dress appropriately, so you still can take advantage of Gentile's winter collection, but spring is coming man, they've got golf shirts, shorts, and a collegiate collection that's outstanding. Check them out, gentileapparel.com. If you are listening to this and you're a fan of a college team nearby, they've got you covered, gentileapparel.com. All right, to the NFL Combine. Now, it's just over 300 players that get invited to the Combine, and there are often players that don't get invited to the Combine that still get drafted. So this is not an end-all, be-all, but as you can imagine, as you know, it's a very important day for a lot of players to move up and sometimes down draft boards. You get official numbers, official measurements, all that good stuff. Every team, every scout is there. It's a big day.
Yeah.
And 5 Ole Miss players have been invited to the Combine. No surprise with this one, Xavier Harris. I expect him to be the first Rebel off the board just because guys his size with his athletic ability they just don't grow on trees.
An absolute space eater in the middle of the park there.
Diego Pounds, as we make reference to all the time, 15 games, did not give up a sack this season at left tackle for Ole Miss.
And apparently like an 8 handicap.
Apparently great golfer on top of that. Receivers, DeJon Stribling and Trey Wallace. Combine's going to be big for both of them. I have a feeling that Stribling is going to start moving up draft boards. His tape is awesome, and I think his measurables and all that stuff are going to impress people. With all receivers, the 40 is going to matter a lot. The speed test is going to matter a lot. I do think over time through this process, he's going to start moving up. He's the kind of receiver that did not get enough national attention for how good he was for Ole Miss down the stretch. And then tight end Daquan Wright. I don't know where he'll get picked. I know that somebody's going to get a pro for him. Surprised that Wyatt Williams not invited. Surprised that Jaden Williams not invited. No relation. The safety and the offensive tackle, but they'll have a pro day. They'll get to do all that stuff as well. But those are the 5 Ole Miss players going to the Combine. And then the Mississippi State player, mentioned him briefly yesterday, Brennan Thompson. 2 things that are going to be big for him in the Combine. Because, mentioned Stribling and Wallace, they have the prototypical size at receiver. What they measure is not going to matter as much because they're big guys. Brennan Thompson's got 2 tests. His height is going to impact him, whether good or bad. And then that 40 is really going to... And he's fast enough to make it good. But if it's as good as it can be, that's another guy that his position currently and his position when draft day comes can really change if he runs the way he's capable of running.
I feel like his 40 will be one of the most anticipated ones. I feel like that's going to be one where every scout is watching because they want to see what could be the fastest 40 of the Combine. And then, you put that also with the fact that, this is the SEC's leading receiver. So the production is there against the top competition. He's really got a chance. We talked about it yesterday. Dane Brugler had him at number 74 in his top 100. If he goes in there and runs 4.25, 4.26, something like that, and physically matches up where they want, it's possible you could see him as a late second-round guy, I would think.
Yeah.
So that would be great for Mississippi State going forward, just to get this monkey off their back about they haven't had a receiver drafted since 1996.
Mm-hmm. I saw a Saints blog that did a mock draft, and they had him going to New Orleans in the 5th, and I saw that, and I was like,
that would be great.
5th round value.
But I don't feel confident that he'd be there in the 5th. But my goodness, if the Saints pick him up in the 5th, and you put him on the other side of Olave or put him in the slot.
And returning punts?
Oh, and returning.
Because you had to trade Shaheed away?
Lost Shaheed. Oh, my goodness. That's just... This Super Bowl next year is going to be so much fun.
I can't wait.
When we're in it.
But, yeah, so the Combine is what, in a month from now? Isn't it next month?
Oh, I'm sure they put the date on the graphics, didn't they?
So...
Mississippi State put out one for him.
Oh, no. It's in 2 weeks, February 23rd through March 2nd. So that is something that we will obviously keep an eye on here closely and update you when they run and when they put stuff out there, because that's going to be important. And then, of course, the Pro Day is going to happen as well. So a chance for these guys to make some moves. Quarterbacks. This is your Combine quarterback class. And if you were quarterback needy... Ugh. Here's the list. Drew Aller, coming off of an injury. Ugh. Mississippi's own Luke Altmaier. Carson Beck, Jalen Daniels from Kansas, really talented player, could never stay healthy. Joe, is it Fangino from UConn? I think I'm saying this. I might be getting it wrong, but UConn's quarterback. There we go. Yeah. Talon Green, Haynes King, Cade Klubnik, Fernando Mendoza. He's going number 1 overall. He doesn't even need to test, but he will just because. Baron Morton from Texas Tech, Nussmeier from LSU, Pavia, Cole Payton from North Dakota State, Sawyer Robertson, former Mississippi State Bulldog, and Ty Simpson from Alabama. That is a lot of really good college quarterbacks in that list. In terms of my NFL team needs a quarterback in this draft, that's a hideous list.
Yeah, I mean, even Mendoza doesn't strike me as just like, he's not Joe Burrow, right? He's not Caleb Williams. I watched him play, and I'm like, yeah, he's good, but this is the best we have to offer. I feel bad saying this as the guy who won the Heisman and led his team to a 16-0 undefeated national championship team, but nothing about him is just overly impressive other than his toughness and his brain. But, like, this isn't the biggest arm. He's not the fastest runner. He's not overly physical. But he wins, and he doesn't make mistakes, and sometimes that's enough. I'll tell you what. It's
enough when you have a good supporting cast around you, of which the Raiders do not.
They don't, but at the same time, if you're the Raiders, maybe you're just tired of quarterbacks giving games away, and you're just like, let's put it in the hands of a guy who we can trust to not do that, and we'll do the best we can to support him.
I mean, you've got Genty there. Crosby, it's no secret that they're going to try to trade him.
They will trade him and get a good package of picks, I would think.
So maybe there's something.
Saints should reach out to him about that. Not for the first, but if you can get a second for Max Crosby, I wouldn't be against it.
Could you get him with the second?
You'd second a couple other things, probably. Second, a fifth, and maybe next year's third or something.
Yeah, something like that. Ooh, somebody's going to give up a first, though.
Somebody will probably give up a first,
like the Jets, who, by the way,
text line says he's a Tim Tebow. I don't think he's Tebow. He's not the same runner that Tebow is, but he's a more polished passer.
Mm-hmm. He's got Tebow a cleaner.
But he also does have that, like, even going to Vegas, you don't worry about it, right? He'll be home by 9. If he's not home, he's in the facility.
He will get a nice girlfriend that he will marry and have 5 kids, and he's just
the next Phillip Rivers.
Yeah. Oh man, Sports Talk Mississippi. Do we know the song? We will play that game with State's intro songs when we come back.
Back to Sports Talk Mississippi.
It doesn't get any better than this.
On Super Talk Mississippi.
Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things that I wanna say. You know I like my girls a little bit older. I just wanna use your love tonight. I don't wanna lose your love tonight.
Sports Talk Mississippi. I was definitely going to let that run.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Hadad, Michael Borkey here with you on a Wednesday. Sports Talk Mississippi is brought to you in part by AgriGold. AgriGold believes progress in the field starts with seed and the people who plant it. That's why AgriGold focuses 100% on seed, delivering trusted genetics and solutions to help you get more out of every acre. Contact Kerry Baker at 662-836-7417. He is your local AgriGold representative. To learn more, or you can visit agrigold.com to explore seed solutions and agronomy resources. Plant your legacy today with AgriGold.
2 of our listeners, back-to-back messages. You guys, great minds think alike, bring up Alex Smith as a possible, bring a guy in who's just a pro in every aspect of life to stabilize a franchise. Back-to-back messages referencing Alex Smith. That's awesome. You guys are
on the same page. There we go.
On the same page there. Obviously, that walkout song is, when a Mississippi State fan hears that song, the first thing they think of is Jake Mangum.
Correct.
There is a lot of pressure, or there should be, on these players when they select their walk-up songs, because it becomes synonymous with you.
I was trying to think, is that the most famous walkout song in Mississippi State history? Obviously, walkout song is kind of a newer phenomenon. It's not. It's probably second. behind Holder with God's Gonna Cut You Down. But, all right, yeah, that's probably it. That's probably the top two.
Gosh, I forget what player it was. Ole Miss had a pitcher whose song was When the Levee Breaks by Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And Tulane was playing a regional in Oxford. And the song played, and the Tulane people got furious.
See, that's not fair.
It was not fair at all. And that song's not about Hurricane Katrina either.
No, it's not. Those guys were from England.
Yeah, but...
Yeah,
I remember that.
That's tough.
We did this with the Ole Miss lineup, and I've scanned through this. The Mississippi State players have a lot more songs that you guys will know than the Ole Miss players. There is a pretty stark difference between these two, but we'll go through them together. Do you know this song? Like, if you heard it, you would know that this is the song. Mm-hmm. Jacob Parker, Starlight by John Party.
I do not know the song nor the artist, so...
Ace Reese, my man, Staying Alive by the Bee Gees.
A classic. That was his walkout. A lot of these guys, they change it year to year. He did not. That was his walkout last year.
Hey, Dad, help me with the name. Thomas, I want to say
Valinkus.
So not Valanciunas. He's not in the NBA. He is.
No, he is the pitcher.
Tears in Ibiza. I actually know that song.
Well, do you know it? Because it would be Abita.
Whatever.
Abita.
But I know the song.
Yeah, okay. I do not know it. I don't know the Stickmin Project.
I bet if you played it, you'd be like, oh, that.
I can't wait for you to try to read the title of his brother's song, by the way.
Oh, good. Aiden Teal, Your Heart or Mine by John Party.
John Party, apparently very popular. He has 3 songs on this list. I've never heard of him. Who is John Party?
Your guess,
John Party, he's a country singer.
That tracks.
Okay.
James Nunnally, Turn Heads by Dem Franchise Boys. I actually know who they are. They've been around for a while.
That's one I don't know. Don't know that one, James.
Reed Stallman, This Life by Curtis, is that Stigers and the Forest Rangers?
Sure.
Charlie Foster, Seven Nation Army, the White Stripes.
Everybody knows that one.
Yeah. Ryder Woodson, my man. It's my favorite player, Ryder Woodson, because this is a deep cut right here. Yeah. And I can't believe a college athlete is picking Ain't It Fun by Paramore as their walk-up song.
I know Paramore. I don't know that song.
You probably would recognize it if you played it. But
yeah, I know enough Paramore.
Paramore, actually, the lead singer, Haley Williams, from Meridian, grew up in Meridian. Mm-hmm. If you guys don't recognize the name Paramore, it's a punk band. They've been around a long, long time. I think they released their first album when she was like 17 or something like that.
Yeah.
So they've been around for a long time.
They have.
You know how everybody's got like a celebrity crush?
Is that yours?
Dude, I love Haley Williams.
You and Robbie Falk.
I love her.
Robbie Falk. We had this question on the Rumblings the other day about celebrity crushes, and that was his. So
Ryder
men
Woodson.
of a certain age.
Ryder Woodson, my man.
There you go.
Drew Wires, Should Have Been a Cowboy, Toby Keith.
Everybody knows it.
Duke Stone, Welcome to the Jungle, Guns N' Roses.
Everybody knows it. Sean.
Yeah. James.
Yeah.
Shout out his parents. It's a very baseball way to spell Sean.
It is.
Double Bubble Trouble by M.I.A.
Can't help you with that one, afraid.
William Kirk, Simple Man, Leonard Skinner.
Classic. Here we go.
All right, hey, Dad.
I can't even copy and paste this to get a Google Translate, but I'm going to assume that that's whatever. I don't know where the Valinkus brothers are originally from, if they're Serbian or Croatian, but that is clearly
Vitus Valinkus.
Yeah.
It's a language that looks like hieroglyphs to me by a group called Gorilla Glue and
Lil Naker.
Sure.
See if I can find out the name of this. Okay, apparently the English translation is 2 cans of Span.
Wait, I thought you said spam.
No, Span.
I thought.
What language is that?
I thought they were singing about canned meat.
Yeah. They aren't. So let me see if I can find out what language this is.
Tanner, is that Bellevaux? Brain Stew by Green Day?
Yep.
It's good. That's a good intro. It's a good hard, power chord type song intro right there if you guys haven't heard it. Braden Booth, Separate Ways Journey.
It's Russian. Okay. I was wanting to know what the language that was. All right, who are we on now?
Braden Booth, Separate Ways Journey.
I mean, that's going to be Gerard's favorite player.
No doubt. Parker Rhodes, War Pigs, Black Sabbath.
That makes a couple of appearances on this list.
Noah Sullivan apparently has 2 different ones.
Well, he has one for when he's batting and one for when he's pitching.
But I respect it. I like the move.
Yeah.
Freebird is his, I assume, batting one.
Yes. And then that was it. That was his last year as well, so he kept it.
And then Swedish House Mafia's Heaven Takes You Home for the mound.
I've never actually seen him pitch. He always pitched in the midweek, and I was stuck here.
Stuck here with me. Terrible. Yep. Andrew Raymond, Breathe by Pink Floyd.
Great.
Maddox Miller, Even Flow, Pearl Jam.
Number 1 on the list for me, Maddox Miller.
Kevin Miluski.
Yeah.
Rock That Body by Black Eyed Peas.
I actually know that song.
Do you really?
We were talking about Udemark being the world's biggest second baseman. Miluski, a 6'5" catcher.
Ooh.
You don't see that very often.
Oh. Nicholas Frontino, I like this guy too.
Yeah,
I did not know the young generation knew about stuff like this. Get Down on It by Kool and the Gang.
I wasn't familiar with your game.
I was not. Jackson Owen, Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy by Big and Rich.
Everybody knows it.
Jack Bauer, Joker and the Thief by Wolf Mother.
Going to come into Wolf Mother and then pump 101 left-handed over the plate. Good luck.
Chris Billingsley, Sucker for Pain by Lil Wayne, Wiz Khalifa, and Logic.
I know who those artists are, but I don't know the song.
I don't either. Peter Mershon, Fire by Electromania.
Electronomia.
Namia. There's no extra N.
I don't know.
Electronomia.
Namia.
We'll go with that.
So, brother of David Mershon.
Ryan McPherson, Superstar, Lupe Fiasco.
I can't help you with that one.
I know Lupe Fiasco, but I don't know the song.
Okay.
Maddox Webb, Aw Nah by Chris Young.
Nope. Now we're going to hit a little stretch here of I don't know.
I can't. Okay, here we go. Sorry, it's hard to read. The font is
It's
tiny.
very small, yeah.
Jackson
Loger.
See, the font's so small I can't read it.
Yeah.
Take You by Jengai.
I've played Jenga.
Me too, but
yeah.
Charlie Wortham, Borderline by Tame Impala.
Okay.
Peyton Fowler, again, my man, speaking my language, Bullet with Butterfly Wings, Smashing Pumpkins.
The world is a vampire. I'm gonna be really excited the first time I hear that coming over the loudspeaker.
Blake Beavis, Heartache Medication, John Party.
Is John Party the biggest artist in the world?
Must be.
He's got 3 songs.
These young kids love him.
I guess.
Lou Gehrig Fry, Mountain Music by Alabama.
I think we all know that one.
Yes, we do. Ben Davis, The Outsiders by Eric Church. I know that one.
I know that song, yeah.
Tyler Pitzer, So High by Dory.
The only So High I know is by Tal Bachman. You know that song.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I would not respect a baseball player that came out to Tal Bachman, though. I'd be like, dude, no, that's not the song. So
I remember this one. Errol Robinson's was She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy. That was a funny one.
Well, there we go. We got a few more. Here on the list that we'll have to get to. We'll finish up this impressive list from Mississippi State. I got to give our guys credit over here. We've definitely got some guys that I would know.
That we recognize.
I'm excited to get that. So we'll finish up the list when we come back, and we'll finish up the 3 o'clock hour with you as well. Sports Talk Mississippi, just getting started.
Bring back that love and
From the Venable. If it's sports in Mississippi, you'll hear about it here. Sports Talk Mississippi.
You like this show, huh?
Yeah! Super Talk Mississippi.
All right, Finishing up this list, Mississippi State walkout songs, we stopped at Brennan Sweeney, John Wayne by Whiskey Myers. Those are words that I know separately.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I know John Wayne. I know what whiskey is. And I know a guy whose last name is Myers. But the combination of all of those, I have no idea.
Okay.
Bryce Chance, Dinosaur by Hank Williams Jr.
Bryce Chance has had an incredible mix of walkout songs. He has had Taylor Swift. He has had the Arctic Monkeys. Ooh. And now he's had Hank Williams Jr. Why not, man? Man of many talents.
Patrick Spencer, Bodies by Drowning Pool.
I don't know who Patrick Spencer is off the top of my head. I hope he's a reliever coming out to put the bodies at the floor. Yeah. I want that to be the case.
Jack Gleason, No Sleep Till Brooklyn. My man.
Very good.
Beastie Boys.
Very good.
Dane Burns, Kashmir, Led Zeppelin. Again, my man.
There it is.
JT Schnoor, another War Pigs. You guys, you can't double up walkout songs.
Really,
you guys got to talk about that.
Yeah, they got to figure that out. So.
And then Gatlin Sanders, going with a pun, Get the Gat.
Which the only reason I know that song is because it was his walkout song last year. So that's how I know it.
It's the song. It was a trend on TikTok.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember the LSU video for it.
Somebody says Dinosaur is a good call with as long as he's been here. Very nice choice.
It's true. But you know what's funny about that is he is just a regular 4-year player, I believe. I don't believe he's redshirted or anything like that.
So Paul says, because I know you wanted to know, mine would be Sabotage by Beastie Boys. That's a good choice. Or Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. Immigrant Song. In a past life, I was a music selector for movies because I think that would be the most fun job to pick, like, good music for movies. Not be like a composer, but do the soundtracks for movies. Okay. Whoever, in the movie Thor Ragnarok, whoever chose Immigrant Song for the opening battle scene, it is the most apt, like, real-life song that was added into a movie of all time. It's unbelievable how it fits perfectly, and it's such a great song. So, yeah, it's a good choice there.
Very good.
It's a good movie, too. We went through the superhero phase at the Borkey house, and it was superhero movies every day, and that was our favorite. The Thor hammer, throwing the hammer, beating up bad guys, funny moments. I mean, they kind of checked all the boxes to make one of those movies.
Yeah. So, did we get a Southern Miss walkout list? I'm happy to do another one.
Happy to do another one.
Let me see what the Golden Eagles. I didn't see it.
Ashley says, "I wish someone would use "You're the Best" from Karate Kid."
Well, they've got a poll going here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, they did. Okay, they don't have what players it goes to, but they did a bracket of theirs. But they don't tell me what player it's for. And two of them they doubled up too. They got two of them with money for nothing. Got to be careful with money for nothing. Can't let it get past the first verse.
Yes.
You really gotta cut it off right there, unless you want to have some issues.
Carrie, and we've gotten a few messages on this. If you guys have seen the pop culture news of the day, sadly, James Vanderbeek has passed away. They did not announce an official reason why. However, he has been very public with his battle with cancer. And, Dawson's Creek, Varsity Blues, he's kind of an icon for the generation just above mine. I've seen all of his stuff. Like, I know who he is, but people a little bit older than me. I think so, yeah.
So then he'd be like Generation Y, I guess?
I guess. But, yeah, okay. The great actor James Vanderbeek passed away today. I think he was 48, right?
48, yeah.
Too young, far too young. But is a teen movie icon and a teen show icon for sure.
Absolutely, 100%. Trying to think, as quarterbacks go in movies, very believable.
Yeah, he could throw a football.
Looked like he could throw the football. You know what's crazy about that? Both quarterbacks from that movie are dead. Paul Walker was the other one.
Paul Walker, yeah.
So, and Billy Bob's dead too. Is that a cursed movie?
This is going to sound dark. That's life.
I mean, I get it, man, but still.
It's the sobering reality of life. But Mox, all-time great. Also, it's crazy. Varsity Blues, great movie, iconic lines, all that. Not another teen movie. The parody that has a lot of Varsity Blues theme in it makes me laugh every time. I mean, I love that movie so much.
Oh, it's funny.
Just absolutely nailed the parody of the movie.
Yeah, Chris Evans.
Captain
America is the thing there.
Sports Talk Mississippi. So glad that you guys are here. We will be back in just a minute. We'll talk baseball next hour. Looking forward to that conversation. Got some college football stuff. Also, an update from a story that we gave you yesterday out of the Olympics. An Olympian shot his shot with a girlfriend that he cheated on. We have an update from her side.
Oh, I didn't know.
We'll do that as well coming up. Sports Talk Mississippi, Pearl River Resort Studio.
What we're going to do right here is go back.
And now back to the sports. This is Sports Talk Mississippi.
So let's get rolling.
On SuperTalk Mississippi.
Sports Talk Mississippi here with you on a Wednesday afternoon. Brian Hadad and Michael Borkey. What's up on Sports Talk Mississippi? Well, in about just under 15 minutes, Todd Walker from the SEC Network, former LSU All-American, will join us to talk some college baseball. I'm going to assume, because it's a day that ends with Y, at some point we'll have a little bit more on a Trinidad Chambliss situation. Can't get enough of that. So excited to hear about it.
So far, there's nothing to add. I mean, the thing's tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Plus more. What's up on Sports Talk Mississippi is brought to you by Ag Up. Right now you can own the John Deere compact tractor you've always wanted. Now with 0% financing at Ag Up, whether you're trading in, upgrading your land, or a new landowner needing equipment, your down-home team will get you the right machine at the right price. Now with 0% financing on all 1 through 4 series machines, stop by your local Ag Up or visit them at agup.com. Your down-home dealer. Offer ends April 30th, 2026. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
So yesterday, we told you the story of the Olympian, immediately after he medals in the Olympics. The Norwegian biathlete Sturla Holm Lagrid, or however you say his Norwegian name. Mm-hmm. With all due respect to the country, I do not know how to pronounce your names. Regardless. He goes on national television after he wins a medal and for some reason starts breaking down to confess that he cheated. No, not to win his medal. He didn't cheat the game. He cheated on his girlfriend of 6 months. And he told her a week before the Olympics, and he's breaking down. He's so sorry, and I'm just, trying to show her that I love her so much, and I had a gold medal at home, and I ruined it, and all that stuff. Tried to shoot his shot on national Norwegian television. Hilarious story in hindsight. Somebody finally got to the ex-girlfriend and got her to comment on this.
As one does.
He goes on Norwegian television, "Babe, I'm so sorry. I love you so much. Please take me back. I'll do anything." Mm-hmm. Here's her quote.
Oh, no.
"I did not choose to be put in this position, and it hurts to have to be in it. We have had contact, and he is aware of my position on this," end quote. Get in that locker, buddy.
That's a tough one there. That's a tough one.
Game over.
Yeah.
For you. Game over.
Yes, I agree.
Sorry, bud. Oof. Imagine embarrassing yourself on national television just to have that happen to you. Next thing. Interesting story here. Out of the Big 12. Is this coming to the SEC? Honestly, I hope so. The Big 12 tournament will be the first time in American professional basketball that what is called the ASB glass floor will be used. What is that? It is a basketball floor that is not made of wood. It's made of a special kind of glass. This company, ASB Glass Floor, claims not only does it feel the exact same, and they've had NBA players test the court, and they have said, yeah, there is no difference in feel. And apparently, it's more consistent with stopping and stuff like that than a wood floor. And also, apparently, it is safer on their joints and ankles when they land. But it's a glass floor. It is not wood. But here's what makes it even more interesting. Are you guys familiar with the Sphere in Vegas?
I am.
How they have all these LED things that can make it kind of do whatever they want it to do in real time by the push of a button?
Yeah.
This floor can do the same thing.
Okay.
They have a series of lights under the floor that they can change it in real time to whatever they want, whenever they want to, without impacting the play. You can shift from one design to the next, to the next, to the next, just like that. And it can change. And not only that, you can write on an iPad or a tablet. Whatever. Coaches can use this court to draw up plays, and they manifest on the court itself. So you can, hey, give me a player right here on the baseline, give me one here and here, and the players can run on the court and stand on the spot that the coach drew on a tablet. You can adjust as quickly as you can design whatever you want on this court. And it's not from a light above. It's from underneath. It's amazing to watch these videos. If you guys remember this and you want to check it out, ASB Glass Floor is what it's called. The videos are amazing with how creative they can be with the floors and, in between, timeouts and commercial breaks and displays and things like that. It's stunning. And I'm sure it's wildly expensive. I want to see this in the Hump and in the Pavilion right now. This is such cool technology.
That sounds really cool.
You got to see these videos.
I'll definitely check them out at some point this evening. But that sounds really cool. Yeah. That said, what's the cost on that, you think?
I don't know. And the next thing that you would have to do in the SEC, if you want to be the first team to do it, you've got to get the league to approve it, right? Because it is a different playing surface than a wood playing surface. That makes sense. But it's really cool. You guys got to think Vegas Sphere, but on a basketball floor. That is the exact style of technology and the way that they can do it. It's amazing. It's
really, just watch Return of the Jedi or something on it?
Somebody says, so you can make it look like a wood-floored court. Absolutely. And when they have it displayed as like your typical wood court, it looks, there's no difference in look. It looks like your regular old basketball floor. It's wild. It's really wild. So that's a thing that I saw today. Wanted to bring it to you guys as well.
Really cool.
Somebody says, I just drove through Pittsburgh. The post office has traffic cones out with signs saying parking for post office only. Yeah, I did see Chase Parham, a friend of the program, has been covering this Trinidad thing really, really well. I mean, he's been awesome. I know we shouldn't compliment competition, but he's done an awesome job contextualizing all of the filings and everything.
He's the worst.
Truly,
he's not. That's
truly nice guy on top of everything else. He's done a great job. And somebody sent me a clip of him talking on his podcast today about how, don't make this a sideshow because it is a legal proceeding and it is a judge that cares about decorum and making this a legitimate legal proceeding. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I've even seen some screenshots of Facebook posts where people are organizing to show support, and that's a really bad idea for two reasons. One, Trinidad's not going to be there. And two, it is a legitimate legal court proceeding, and turning it into a tailgate show does not look good at all for the desired result. Like, you want them to win, right? You're an Ole Miss fan. You want them to win. Turning it into a sideshow, I mean, they're going to rule on merit regardless. It's a really bad look, though, if Trinidad gets an extra year and outside there's a tailgate party going on when it happens.
I mean, I love the idea of it, though.
It is funny to think about.
People out there grilling, some mimosas, little Blackstone out there, hey, you want eggs in your taco? What's going on here? And inside the wheels of justice are turning. I don't know. I think it'd be funny, personally.
It would be funny, but
I think y'all should do it. Just get out there.
Don't listen to him.
Get out there and make an absolute mockery of this, because that's what it is. It's a mockery. It's a travesty and a sham.
Don't listen to him. Don't go.
And get out there. And,
just stay home.
Also, on top of all that, make sure you wear your red and blue while you're out there.
Let
everybody know that you support your team. And,
don't listen to him.
This is a great idea, in my opinion.
Ben says, so you're saying that y'all are not doing a remote there tomorrow? We are not. We will cover it from the studio.
If somebody had sponsored it, we would.
We would do anything for. Yeah.
Well, not anything. Let's be clear.
And what I mean is, we would do a show from.
We will do
your place of business for the right price.
Place of business in the state of Mississippi, from South Haven to Biloxi, from Vicksburg to Meridian. We will be there.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody hooked us up with Pittsburgh, so
apparently not.
But you guys can go, and you should. This is America, all right. And this justice system. It is your system. You are when they say "we the people," they're talking about you.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, can I help you?
Shut your face.
Also, if you see Ben Garrett there, smack him right in the back of his fat head
and say, "This is from Brian Hadad.
This is from me. It's from me."
Man. A bunch of good messages have come in. We will get to our guest, talk some baseball with Todd Walker when we come back, and then get to some of your messages. A lot of baseball talk you guys want, so we will do that after we go to the Farm Bureau guest line. Check out favorites.com and go with the home team, Mississippi Farm Bureau. We'll be back.
Glass.
Communication system is a go.
This is Sports Talk Mississippi, right here on SuperTalk Mississippi.
Exactly.
Welcome back, Sports Talk Mississippi. Michael Borkey and Brian Hadad with you. We go to the Farm Bureau guest line. Check out favorites.com and go with the home team, Mississippi Farm Bureau. The great Todd Walker joins us right now. You see him. If you watch college baseball and consume content around college baseball, you've seen him. You know him, and he's on your radio right now. Todd, we've been going through the preseason order of finish predictions and all that stuff, and the SEC looks like it is almost impossibly deep. Is it as deep in reality as it appears to be going into the season?
Yes, and that's not going to change in our lifetime. With the transfer portal and the NIL money in the Southeastern Conference, not to mention all the TV and publicity that these kids get, better weather, you can keep going. The SEC is going to be a dominant baseball conference, again, for years and years and years. UCLA is very good. Out on the West Coast, and there's going to be some outliers, but the SEC has won 7 of the last 8 national championships, and different teams, except for LSU, won it twice, 2023 and 2025. But that's the craziest stat to me. Is it's just different teams that win the SEC tournament every year, different teams that win the national championship from the SEC. It's just an incredible baseball conference.
So, we're fixing to start the season, but let's go ahead and look all the way to the end. If I told you that in Omaha 4 SEC teams are there, which 4 are they?
LSU. I like Texas' chances this year, although it wasn't great. They laid an egg in the regional last year. Mm-hmm. I like Ole Miss. They returned most of their pitching. I think 75% of their innings they got last year are back. I'm still waiting for Hunter Elliott to be that dude that is the best in the country. And if he has that type of year, then Ole Miss will be there. I'm interested to see how Brian O'Connor does in his first year at Mississippi State. I think they've got some talent, but it's going to take a while for him to build there. Those would be my three. You always love Georgia, but they just cannot get out of their own way when it comes in the postseason. So those three, if I had to throw an outlier in there, maybe Florida.
There is a lot of hype about this Mississippi State team going into the season, preseason top 5, all that stuff. You sounded a little bit cautious about that hype. What's that coming from?
I'm sorry, you said the SEC or a particular team?
Mississippi State.
Brian O'Connor spent 22 years at Virginia, and the most amazing thing to me about that, when we just talked about the weather and everything in the Southeastern Conference and in the South and the West, of course. What he put together in Virginia, up in the northeast, where it's going to be tough to get kids, that have year-round baseball experience. Like, I played my whole life, all year long since I was 5 or 6 years old, because I lived in Louisiana. I got a chance to play in the weather, in good weather, and over time, obviously, that develops talent. So, what he did at Virginia for 22 years is just incredible to me. People love him as a coach. He had 7. I did a regional last year. I looked up a stat that I loved, which was he had 7 sets of brothers that played for him. And if one brother, the older brother, says to the younger brother, "Yeah, you want to play for this guy," then that tells you all you need to know about Brian O'Connor. And then Mississippi State's Mississippi State. It's a great, great baseball environment. Ace Reese is back, their best hitter at 21 jacks last year, hit 350. So they've got a good building cast around them. Brian O'Connor brought in Thomas Valencius, the Virginia starter from last year. So when O'Connor brings a kid from his own team over, then he can go.
What's funny, Todd, is he brought his brother as well from Illinois, so he's got another set of brothers playing for him this year at Mississippi State. Texas A&M was the preseason consensus #1 team a season ago. They had some injuries, new coach, and it just doesn't work out. They missed the NCAA tournament entirely. Can the Aggies bounce back this year?
Yeah, if you say that about any SEC team, I would say yes, other than the only 2 teams that didn't get double-digit wins within the conference of 30 games, which was South Carolina, who lost their starter, their ace this year, and then Missouri. Outside of those 2 teams, when you ask me that question, I say anybody's capable in the SEC. A&M, Jace Laviolette had a lot of pressure on him, didn't do well. Like you mentioned, Grahovac was injured all last year, his freshman year. He hit 20-plus home runs. They've got some good pieces back, including what everybody thinks is the best transfer in Chris Hapokian that comes over. So, they've got some he came from Maryland, and he's at A&M now. So they've got some offensive parts. They lost 2 of their studs on the mound. They're going to, like a lot of teams in the SEC, they're going to have to replace their weekend starters, and you never know how that plays out. They only won 11 games in the conference last year, went 11-19. So to build off that, I think with the pieces you look at that's coming back, other than those that we don't know, and again, even like this Chris Hapokian who did really well at Maryland, how it translates into the SEC under those bright lights, you never know.
And then, this season we have kind of a similar situation at Tennessee. First year post Tony Vitello, Josh Nylander, a guy who was mentioned in some big coaching searches, but now he's got the big job at Tennessee. What do the Vols look like?
Yeah, and he was up under Tony for all those years. So, Nylander's going to be fine. But you start looking at Tegan Coons is going to be their ace. He had 10 starts last year at a 5.5 ERA. They lost Liam Doyle, one of the best in the country last year. They still have some good offensive parts, but I just don't look at Tennessee as a dominant factor like they've been in the past. They've got some transfers in like everybody else. This Frederick kid from East Tennessee State, the best ever, supposedly, from East Tennessee State. He's a bullpen guy. They may make a starter. But again, it's transfers that come in and how they perform, and you just can't predict that stuff. But there's a lot of missing pieces that Josh Nylander is going to have to replace at Tennessee.
Well, when you look at Ole Miss, what really cost them in that regional last year was poor defense, and they've really not been a great defensive baseball team since they won the national championship. A lot of returners in that lineup, in that order that you mentioned. Kind of a goofy question, but I think that there's validity to it. How do you get better as a defensive baseball team?
Well, it starts on the mound, right? So if Hunter Elliott strikes out 15 in a game, it makes defense a little bit easier. If you've got some guys that can swing and miss. LSU has always had a pretty good defense, but they've led the country in strikeouts the last 2 years. That helps. And so I think the answer to your question is you got to be dominant on the mound, which Mike Bianco, what is he in his 26th year now, most tenured coach in the SEC, knows that. He knows that. And so the pitchers, and again, that's the beauty of Ole Miss. And I've always said, it's always pitching. If you got guys on the mound that can go, you're going to win. And by looking at the 16 teams within the conference, Texas has some dominant guys. LSU has some dominant guys. Ole Miss has innings returning, but I don't know, other than Hunter Elliott, if they've got a dominant guy. Will Liebert's coming over from Missouri, made 11 starts there last year. You don't know how he's going to be. Townsend's back. So they've got some spots that they filled, but it just for Mike Bianco, it just depends on who's developed and had the experience from last year or 2 years that they can use this year. But they won 16 games last year in the conference, so you would assume even if they are 1 or 2 games better, that puts them at 18-12. That's pretty strong in the SEC.
Only a couple minutes left, Todd. Who's somebody we haven't talked about you think that could be dangerous this year in the SEC?
Tim Corbin at Vanderbilt, they're always good. You look at their roster, and it's nothing great. Same with Arkansas, like Dave Van Horn. These two coaches somehow end up winning 18, 19 games a year in the conference, again, out of the 30 games they play. So Vandy and Arkansas are teams that you look at, and there's nothing that jumps out at you, but you assume those two teams are going to be good. Texas is going to be good. Auburn is Auburn. Bush Thompson, in his 11th year. Gabe Gross. I always like those guys. They have that big Chris Rembert, the freshman from last year, is a sophomore this year. If you look throughout the league, just about everybody's returning 4 or 5 starters. I think Ole Miss is in that boat, right? I mean, they got Utermark and Foley back and Federico and Furness, 4 or 5 returners. And so that's what you want to see is some experience within the conference that you can depend on. Most teams have that. Man, that's a tough question. This is the year of the shortstop, in the SEC with Justin LeBron from Alabama, Tyler Bell from Kentucky, Jackson Willits at Oklahoma, Stephen Milam, LSU. But if you're looking at shortstops and somebody that can kind of carry an offense, which is weird to say because there's 9 guys, but I like Alabama. Justin LeBron, that shortstop is just dynamic, and they've got some good offensive parts that they've added. And I think if I had to go out on a limb, outside of the 4 or 5 I've already mentioned that look really strong, I'd say Alabama.
Good stuff, Todd. We appreciate you. We'll definitely try to get you back on as this baseball season is just getting started.
You're welcome, guys. Thank you.
Todd Walker, SEC Network. Good stuff there. Not as high on Mississippi State as some.
Yeah, I tried to ask him about it, and he clearly didn't hear the question.
Yeah,
so
that's fine. But,
yeah, it's okay.
But he went through why he does like State. But and I get it. I get that there is. I've said this before. If this was O'Connor's second year and this was the team he was bringing back, I think there would be people. I think State would be far and away the consensus number 1 team in the nation. But because it's new on so many levels, people are going to have some questions for sure. It's up to State to prove those guys wrong and go from there. We'll talk some more baseball when we come back. Sports Talk Mississippi here with you on a Wednesday.
From Mississippi, Sports Talk Mississippi.
Do you ever get so excited that you just can't wait?
Yes! Sports Talk Mississippi, covering your Mississippi teams.
I've been waiting my whole life for this.
Don't touch that dial! Here on Super Talk Mississippi.
Welcome back, Sports Talk Mississippi. Michael Borkey, Brian Hadad with you. We got this on the text line. I like it. This is from Carrie. Just curious what your most memorable moment in college baseball is for you guys. Obviously, the national championship for State is at the top of the list as far as overall, and Ole Miss as well. But my most personal one is still the Burke Masters walk-off grand slam against Florida State. I was listening to the radio with my grandpa, and that is the last game we got to listen to together before he passed. Beautiful story and an incredible memory, and that's kind of what sports, just not kind of, that's what sports do for us. That's why we love them so much. Mm-hmm. What about you, Hadad?
Oh, goodness. Do I have to have been there?
No, you don't have to have been there.
Okay, if it's not, I didn't have to be there. Masters Grand Slam would certainly be on the list. Elijah McNamee's home run in the Tallahassee Regional, the walk-off.
I still can't believe they brought him back after that.
One of the all-time coaching boners of all time, but at the same time it worked for Mississippi State. Put that one on there. McNamee's home run in the you never heard that used as a term for a mistake?
I have not.
Okay.
I learned something new today.
You can say that.
I learned something new today.
It doesn't have to be the other thing.
I mean, I don't think we violated any laws anyway, so we're good to go.
I'm fine.
We're good to go.
McNamee's home run in the Starkville Regional in 2019, the final inning. Mangum, gets on base in his final at bat, and then McNamee's last at bat at Dudy Noble, he hits a 3-run bomb. That place was absolutely electric in that moment.
Except for the umpire trying to.
Yeah, it still bothers me. Put that on there. Rooker hit a home run once goodness gracious, it just traveled. It just traveled a long way. From a cool. I mean, it was just a regular season game, but Tanner Allen's 3 RBI triple against Ole Miss on Sunday against the Rebels in the rubber game in 2021. That was a really cool one. Yeah, those I'll throw those out. I'll throw all those out there.
Mine's so you asked personal, right? That's what he's asking for, not just the greatest moments in the program, but personal.
Yeah.
Mine of all things is a Friday night Ole Miss and Oakland game, Oakland University in Michigan.
Okay.
And that game is the reason why I live in Mississippi to this day.
Okay.
So when I was looking for places to go to college, I have no ties to Mississippi, none. I mean, I think the only person in my family that had ever been here, ever at all, was my dad had a work conference in the 80s in Biloxi. I mean, that is my only tie to Mississippi, is my dad came here once. I mean, that's it. But when I was a senior in high school, not from my dad. I needed to get away. I wanted to go elsewhere, just kind of broaden my horizons, and visited so many schools and so many places my senior year of high school, and nothing spoke to me really. I went to Georgia, liked it, but also probably wouldn't have been able to get in anyway. But that didn't speak to me. I liked Auburn, but it wasn't what I wanted. Went to Tennessee, wasn't what I wanted. Toured small schools, whatever. Nothing grabbed me. And baseball's not my favorite sport. In fact, it's a distant third in the Big Three for me. Mm-hmm. But a friend of mine's older brother was like, you guys need to go. And he ended up coming to school with me. Also had no ties to Mississippi. But his older brother was like, you guys need to go check it out. Go see Ole Miss. Go visit it, because I went to a game there a couple years ago, and it was awesome. Y'all go check it out. And so pulling in on a Friday night, I mean, this is late in the process, too. This is late February, my senior year of high school. Still don't know where I'm going to college yet. And we just so happened, we don't even know baseball's going on. Nothing's happening. And we just so happened to take the old Taylor exit, which is the one that Swayze Field's on. And we get stuck in traffic, and there's a bunch of guys lugging coolers into the baseball field. And so we look at each other, we're like, we need to go. What is this? And we walk up, buy tickets, down the first base line, and somebody hits a home run in like the third inning, and they're throwing beer all over each other and all that stuff. And it was like, okay, this is where we're going to college. We have to go to college here. So baseball is why I live in Mississippi, why I have the job that I have. Everything. Why I was educated here. My son was born here. My life is here because of baseball. If we'd have come 2 weeks earlier, I may not have ever gone to school where I did, and may not have ever lived here. So baseball is what brought me to Mississippi, and I'm eternally grateful for that. But yeah, that's you asked for a baseball memory, that's mine, because that's why I'm here.
Well, that's a good one. That is a very random game, as you mentioned, but
Oakland University. Are they the Grizzly Bears? They're something Bears, aren't they?
I don't know. When I think of Oakland, I think of that. What was that guy's name 2 years ago in the NCAA tournament?
The one that just couldn't miss from three.
Yeah, he knocked out Kentucky. What was his name? Jack something or other? Did you find it?
Golke.
Jack Golke,
Jack
that's
Golke.
right. Yeah.
Who had a receding hairline.
He did. He looked like he was already 30. So.
Didn't he work for Barstool for a little bit?
He didn't work. He just went on a couple of their podcasts, like right after the tournament, when he was still a hot commodity.
I see. Yeah. Somebody says that glass floor is awesome. We talked about that earlier at the Big 12 tournament. The video I watched was the Orlando Magic court. Yeah, apparently somebody sent us a screenshot. About $2 million, over $2 million to install one of those courts. So probably constrained by expenses. But also, apparently Calhoun County's dry, Hadad, so our tailgate tomorrow. We can't get caught with that.
I'll have to, change our tailgating plans. No more mimosa or daiquiri bar. We'll just Coke Zero for everybody.
Rob says I watched Tanner Leggett grow up in Raymond. So what?
This text made me laugh.
Oh, I thought I said something wrong.
No. Borkey saw a bunch of dudes in pastel shorts and loafers. Was like, this is the place for me.
Now, it's funny. Nobody wears pastels anymore.
Well, yeah, anymore in 2008.
I do remember one guy in particular. He had one of those big visors on. He had curly hair sticking up, and the biggest beer belly you've ever. Looked like your ultimate widespread panic guy. And he was struggling with this cooler, and that was the final straw. I was like, okay, I got to see where that guy's going. I need to go where he's going right now. So I remember that guy.
There you go.
Somebody says the Nick Vickerson walk-off at Florida is one.
That's a good one.
My dad, my oldest son, and I saw Game 6 of the 2011 World Series where the St. Louis Cardinals came back and beat the Rangers. My dad is a lifelong Cardinals fan. It was special to share that with him and his son. So that's a really good one right there. Lucas says Rooker's home run he hit the day that Hadad is talking about landed about 30 feet from the track and field track. It hit the hill and rolled down onto the track.
That sounds correct. He hit one up. Rooker hit more than a few. So
James says I'm both a Southern Miss fan and an LSU fan, but an alum of Southern Miss. Watching Southern Miss beat LSU in the regional in Jay Johnson's first year was awesome. Jeff says Ole Miss's walk-off home run against Auburn on the intentional walk. That's a great call by Kellum, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That's Kellum at his finest right there. What was it, Austin Anderson that hit a too far inside intentional walk, left it right over the plate?
I do recall that, yes.
How do you do that?
It happens.
I don't like the intentional walk, just send him to first rule because of that play right there.
It takes some strategy out, for sure.
Luke Alexander's game winner against Ole Miss. We get a vote for that one.
You can hear from Luke Alexander on tomorrow's Thunder and Lightning podcast.
Somebody says you can buy alcohol in Pittsburgh. Get a red Solo cup, you're good to go. Well,
it's true.
Not to spoil the fun, we will not be there tomorrow. We will be right here. But yeah.
Everybody's telling us that we can actually get alcohol in Pittsburgh.
Well, there you go.
So is it one of those things like it used to be in Starkville, like the county is dry but the city is wet kind of thing? One of those, backwards things. It's like you can't buy it over on this street, but on this street you're fine.
I am all about here in the United States the local municipalities having the most power and getting to decide the most, right? If the local citizens want it to be dry, then by God, they should get it. I don't understand dry counties, though.
Yeah.
But if that's what you want, that's what you want.
I get it, yeah.
I'm not here to infringe on what you want.
Right.
I don't understand dry counties.
I don't think I ever will either, but it is what I always make the same joke about Starkville. There was a time where you couldn't buy cold beer, but you could buy cold Jägermeister. We don't want you drinking beer in the car, but I could drink this? Get it down to the G by the time I get home?
Whoever made that law had stock options in Jaeger, apparently.
They did.
Sports Talk Mississippi, most of the time. We'll be right back.
I listen to it at work.
Sports Talk Mississippi. Sports Talk Mississippi on SuperTalk Mississippi.
Did you get that memo?
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, Sports Talk Mississippi from the Pearl River Resort Studio. Michael Borkey and Brian Hadad with you. So glad that you guys are with us. I'm going to make you guys feel old. Are you ready to feel old?
Yeah, well, I do every day. That's not you haven't changed anything. Nothing new here. Go ahead.
On April 9th, 7th, forgive me, on April 7th, the movie Major League will turn 37 years old. Major League is 37 years old as a movie. Came out April 7th, 1989.
Bless America. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
All right, I lied. I feel older now.
37.
Gosh, I remember talking about that movie in junior high.
They don't make sports movies like that.
What year did that come out? 88?
1989.
Yeah. I would have been in, I would have been 14. I've been, 8th grade. No, they don't make movies like that anymore. Like the kind of the raunchy sports comedy thing. Like, most sports movies nowadays are just, based on a true story. And the based is doing a lot of work in that.
Yeah.
So
sometimes I do feel like Gail Benson is, I don't know the owner's name for Major League. I feel like that's her.
Oh, what was her name? It's going to bother me.
I'll get there. Rachel Phelps.
It hurt when you said it. I should have known that.
As played by Margaret Ann Whitten. Who
I don't think did anything after. I don't ever remember another movie she was in. She's really good in that movie. Did you know that there was like another ending to that movie? I believe is correct. Where it's like she didn't actually want the team to leave, or I forget exactly what it was.
So yeah, I pulled up her page. Margaret Whitten.
What other movies was she in?
Her most visible roles, they say.
Rachel Phelps.
Well, Rachel Phelps, but also The Secret of My Success.
Never seen it.
She appeared in The Best of Times in 1986.
Couldn't tell you anything about it.
The Man Without a Face in 93.
I've seen that. Mel Gibson movie.
She had parts in National Lampoon Goes to the Movies.
No.
Love Child in 1982.
I mean, no. I was 6.
9.5 Weeks in 1986.
Can't talk about that movie on this show.
I don't know anything about that, but
I do.
Yeah, I mean that's it really.
Okay. Well, she was good. Yeah, she was good as Rachel Phelps.
She was a Broadway actress there for in the mid to late 90s. So she got off the big screen and went to the big stage.
Okay.
Apparently. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, Major League is a all-time sports movie. Although I have a lot of issues with it. It has there's some nitpicks with it that are really bad if you're a sports fan.
Which ones?
All right. Here we go. I'm glad you asked. So they're playing the Yankees the last game of the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that game would be like in that time, like late October.
Yeah.
Late October.
In Cleveland, Ohio. Watch the crowd. Everybody's wearing T-shirts and shorts. And there's not anybody wearing any Indian stuff. Think about what that crowd would look like. It would be everybody in Indians jackets and pullovers and stuff.
Now, part of that is because they filmed the movie in Milwaukee. That's Milwaukee's stadium. It's not the old Cleveland Stadium. But this always bothered me. Like, this is October baseball. It should be snowing coming off of Lake Erie, and everybody's out there in shorts and tank tops. So that's just one of the nitpicks that's always bothered. I've also tried to figure out, like, how were the Indians and the Yankees tied? Every time the Yankees played the Indians, they beat them. Like, they should have had the head-to-head. So, it's one of those things. If you're a sports movies need a real sports fan on as a producer who can come in and say, for Remember the Titans, there's no way the last play of this game was a reverse. There's no way that the final play was they ran an end around and went 60-plus yards. No way.
You got to do something else. Hail Mary. It's so simple. Hail Mary.
Yeah, you've been talking about this kid Sunshine's arm the whole time. It's finally time to show it off. Throws a 60-yard bomb for a touchdown. I'll buy that. Yes, they have the idea that, like, hey, we got all these people here and like 4 of them are wearing Cleveland stuff. The 4 people in the outfield who are dressed as Indians. That's it. So that's just something that bothered me.
I like it.
There, see? Sports movie consultations. I'm available, Hollywood. I'm happy to. I'm trying to think of some more. They're definitely out there.
Yeah. After the news, we'll get to your college football fix, talk a little quarterbacks when we come back. And, hey, we might lose some of you. Ole Miss basketball starts at 6, so we're going to lose some stations to air that game at 5:30. Hop on over to supertalk.fm, and you can, or on our app, SuperTalk mobile app, and you can listen to us for the rest of the day if the basketball pregame show is not something that you want to hear. More sports talk after the news. Your college football fix is next.
Can you feel it? Can you hear it? Sports Talk Mississippi. Yeah! On Super Talk Mississippi.
Hour 3, Sports Talk Mississippi. Michael Borkey, Brian Hadad with you. Really glad that you guys are with us. You know what time it is. It's 5 o'clock. It's the college football fix.
It's technically 5:06. The college football fix is driven by your Mississippi Ford dealers. Built Ford Tough, the best-selling truck in America, sure is. That's the Ford F-150. Been that way for, 5 decades now. That seems like a long time. Maybe they got something going over there. Maybe you should check it out. If you're looking for a new truck, visit your Mississippi Ford dealers today. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
We'll talk quarterbacks today. Obviously, tomorrow there's going to be a lot to talk about in this Trinidad Chambliss injunction case that is happening starting tomorrow morning. We got this on the text line.
We did. Okay.
And it says, don't you feel like the decision in the Chambliss case has already been discussed between the lawyers and determined? I'm thinking that the judge's biggest decision tomorrow will be which Mexican restaurant he and the lawyers will eat lunch. No. And here's a major reason why. Number one, they have made they've made filings and they've kind of positioned their arguments, but they will get to argue their positions in front of the judge tomorrow. And if a judge, even one in Mississippi, has predetermined an outcome of a trial, I mean, not only is that bad, but you don't get to the position that he has gotten in his career by tap, 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 this is what I've decided about the case before I hear any arguments. Mm-hmm. Not only that, no judge wants his rulings questioned and appealed and all. I mean, there are so many things wrong with the concept of rubber stamping a decision before a trial begins. Or even after you hear the arguments, just rubber stamping your decision and sending them on their way tomorrow afternoon. Again, you don't get into the position that somebody like him has gotten to by just ignoring every argument and making a predetermined outcome. Like Richard said on Monday in his bi-monthly appearance on SportsTalk Mississippi, the attorneys for Chambliss are going to... I was waiting for you to hear that.
No, it's one of those things where, like, my brain is a little slower now. So, like, the words go through it, and then, like, there's a moment where somebody flags it. Like, oh, flag that. What did he say? Come back to it. That was a joke. Laugh. So, made it happen.
The attorneys arguing on behalf of Chambliss are going to have to bring their A game and argue on the merits of the case because even though the judge has a law degree from Ole Miss, if you think he's going to rubber stamp a ruling, even if the Chambliss side loses on merit, you're wrong. They have to win on merit. Now, luckily for them, it appears that they've got merit to win. The NCAA doesn't win in court very often, especially in a case like this where you're talking about granting a medical red shirt and all that. So the merit does exist seemingly for them to win, but that's what Richard said Monday. He's right. I mean, multiple people have talked about it since. This judge will not rubber stamp anything unless the merit backs it up. So, no, it's not a predetermined outcome. The Chambliss side does have a lot in their favor, though, going into it. Anyway, SEC Mike. He joined the show at Media Days. He's got his own podcast. And a lot of guys, and we'll do stuff like this too, do quarterback rankings. And, you know, it's off-season, list season, and stuff like that. Where Trinidad and Camario Taylor end up on this list did interest me, though. So I'll go from the bottom to the top in terms of ranking SEC quarterbacks. He's trolling with one of these choices, but otherwise I think the list is pretty solid. Jared Curtis at Vanderbilt, number 16, true freshman, has not played a college game yet. Minchie at 15 for Kentucky, the Notre Dame transfer, has not played meaningful snaps.
Right.
Aaron Philo from Florida, the Georgia Tech transfer, again, hasn't played meaningful snaps. KJ Jackson from Arkansas, number 13. Austin Mack from Alabama, number 12. Austin Simmons, now at Missouri, number 11. And he has Camario Taylor at number 10. Yeah. And you might think what I'm about to say is crazy considering he's ranked 10 out of 16. But I do think that this is a lot of respect given to Taylor because he is the highest ranked quarterback without experience on this list. He has 2 starts in his career. Everybody in front of him has more than that, a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Everybody behind him is as experienced as he is. So I do think that Camario Taylor, even though he's number 10, is getting some offseason love here. Mm-hmm. Because even though it's only 2 starts, you saw the potential in those 2 starts, and it's super high.
Yeah.
I think this ranking is good and appropriate.
It's absolutely fair. Absolutely fair, considering we're talking about a guy who started 2 games, which, by the way, he lost both of those starts. Now, I wouldn't put everything on him. You know, defensively, State was atrocious in both of those games. But, yeah, it's fair to put him there. There's a lot more experience in front of him, my guess is.
Yeah, basically everybody else.
Yeah. And we talked about that. There's not a lot of what's what I'm looking for, battles because you've got the experience there.
Yes. Joey Aguilar, he has at 9. Honestly, I think that's an appropriate ranking for him.
He could be a touch higher, but that's fine.
Marcel Reed at A&M, number 8. Mike Bratton, by the way, is his last name. He goes by SEC Mike. Has Sam Leavitt at 7. I think that's appropriate as well. Yes, they went to the playoff 2 years ago. Without Cam Scatterbo, that team does not make the playoff 2 years ago. And he was very underwhelming last year before he got hurt. So, you know, people are talking Heisman with him, and I get it because of the system he's going to be in and things like that. But he's got a lot to prove before you start talking about Heisman with him. He has not played like one of those guys yet.
He has not. Not even close.
He has Arch Manning at 6.
Ooh, that's low. That feels low. I understand, maybe you were disappointed by the first half of his season, but he was much, much better in the second half. That's low. That's likely your preseason All-SEC quarterback.
Especially when you have Mateer at 5. If you gave every coach in the SEC, you get to choose between Arch and John Mateer, who you taking? All 16 are taken. Arch.
Yeah, 100%.
Including Brent Venables. He would trade Mateer for Arch right now if he was given
He would absolutely do that.
the opportunity. Byron Brown at number 4. He's at Auburn now. He was at USF. That's a probably high, but he was very good at South Florida.
Yeah. But that said, again, very good, and he's going right into the system that he played in. Right? There's no learning curve for him coming from another school. But this is a guy who was Manning's stats that he piled up last year were against SEC teams. Mm-hmm. Mateer's stats were against SEC teams. Brown's stats were against South Florida's what? AAC?
They are.
So yeah, I mean, I can't get behind I can't get in front of putting him in front of Manning or Mateer.
Me either. Although his upside, like you said, is really high. Gunnar Stockton, number 3. I think that's fine. I know they lost the game. He displayed some serious toughness in that Sugar Bowl, though. He was awesome that day, too.
That's fine. Yeah, Stockton's fine there. Yeah, that's maybe
I don't like.
It's just right. Yeah, 5 is fine.
I don't like this one either. Lenora Sellers at 2. I don't like that one.
Well, because the problem with having Sellers at 2 is Manning is so low. He should be down 1. Sellers should be behind Manning.
He should be behind Manning. I mean, I think
possibly
he should be behind Mateer. I think he should be behind Brown and behind Marcel Reed. And I know Reed was really bad, horrible in the playoff game and horrible against Texas. He's got similar problems to Sellers. Sellers last season could not throw the ball consistently to wide open receivers. Like, they made the offensive coordinator the scapegoat at South Carolina. I mean, take the Ole Miss game.
Sellers missed. Sellers had some problems for sure.
Yeah, and it was all season. But for the Ole Miss fans that watched the South Carolina game, how many times did they scheme open receivers and he just missed them? Yeah. He was awful that night, but it wasn't just that night. I mean, he is really inconsistent. I know he's super talented, but whatever. And then number 1, he has Trinidad Chambliss as the number 1 quarterback going into the season.
You can make a very strong case. I said 1-2 for me is Manning and Chambliss going into next year. My all SEC vote will come down between those two guys. I don't know if that's how it'll end up in the postseason, but that's where preseason you got to look at those two guys.
Yeah. A lot of your messages have come in on this, so we will get to those when we come back. Again, another reminder, I know I just told you guys, but we are going to lose some of you. I think we are going to lose some of you at 5:30 for a basketball pregame show. If we lose you, supertalk.fm, or if you don't have the SuperTalk app on your phone, what are you doing? You get all your news, podcasts, everything is there for you. In the App Store, whatever service you use, iPhone, Android, whatever, it's there. And you can listen to us live even if your station loses us because of basketball. It's your college football fix driven by Ford. We'll get to some of your reaction when we come back.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
This is Sports Talk Mississippi, right here on Super Talk Mississippi.
A ton of your messages on the text line. We probably can't get to them all, but we're going to try here. 601-879-4395, the C Spire text line. Somebody's asking, is it true that the NFL has not invited Chambliss yet? So you can't get invited to the Combine if you don't declare for the draft.
Yeah, simple. That's not a slight. That's just the way that works.
He would be at the Combine had he declared, but he did not declare because they expect him to remain in college. That's all that is. Mm-hmm. Another one. So y'all think Taylor should be ranked ahead of Simmons? I will do the wrong thing. I'll let Hadad answer, but I'll do the wrong thing. I'll follow up a question with a question. Why do you think that Simmons should be ranked ahead of Taylor?
Yeah, I mean, from a stat perspective, Taylor was 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. Simmons was 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions last year.
And a fumble.
Taylor also rushed for, 8 touchdowns and almost 500 yards, I think. What do we not like about? I mean, Simmons lost his job as a starter. Taylor won the job as a starter by the end of the season. What do I like about Austin Simmons more than I like about Mario Taylor?
Yeah, and I don't mean, it's not disparagement. He's a multi-million-dollar quarterback at Missouri. Mario Taylor's 2 starts were against the team that went to the semifinal. That was his first start, and then the second one was a bowl team. Simmons' starts were Georgia State and Kentucky.
Yeah.
And he was a turnover machine. There's a lot of potential with him, but from what you know right now, I mean, if you gave me the choice, hey, who do you want quarterbacking your team next year? It's Mario Taylor over Austin Simmons, if you gave me the choice. Now, of course, it's Trinidad over the other two, but that's not the discussion here. There's
a funny text here because it's obviously voice to text. When it says, do you know the judge has a lot of debris from Ole Miss? And I'm almost positive that's supposed to be law degree.
He does have a lot of debris.
Yeah, probably got some memorabilia in his house, sure. It says Austin Simmons can actually throw the ball. Simmons is a career 59% passer, and Taylor is a career 56% passer. What are we talking about here?
Yeah. I don't see it. I just
5
don't see
picks against inferior competition.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Larry, Austin Simmons doesn't go to Ole Miss anymore. You don't have to defend him so hard. He's moved on. You can too.
To the tune of millions of dollars, he's moved on. Did handle himself really, really well, but I mean, if Missouri's going to be good, there are a lot of things about his game that he has got to fix. And
I
fix
like
badly.
Simmons a lot. You recall last year, I was convinced. It's like, this guy's going to be a star. And then he just did not play well, and Trinidad Chambliss came in and with the same team was almost unbeatable. So, yeah, I like Simmons, don't get me wrong, but Taylor's got a higher ceiling for sure. Simmons is not a runner. That's a reason to put Taylor ahead of him, is that you got a dual threat. Think, guys. Let's just use some logic here. Yes. So you're telling me that if you shut down the passing game, Taylor can still beat you with his legs and Simmons can't?
Yeah.
I would rank that guy ahead of him.
I would too. It is pretty incredible. So we look at Mike Bratton's quarterback rankings, Chambliss number 1. You look at – so – a lot of Heisman boards won't have Chambliss on until they know for sure that he can play. But tomorrow in Pittsburgh, and we're not going to get a ruling tomorrow, it seems, but just the fate of this quarterback, who will be a preseason top 5 Heisman guy, and State fans, before you roll your eyes, he finished, 8th in the Heisman voting, and not all 7 guys in front of him returned to school. He's going to be an offseason Heisman hype guy, a guy that's getting ranked number 1 at the position in the SEC going into the season. His career is defined by what happens in Pittsburgh tomorrow. And, I mean, in terms of wins and losses on the field next year for Ole Miss, how many wins are on the line for Ole Miss tomorrow? I would argue 3 or 4 possibly, because we just don't know anything truly about what they're going to have behind him with Deuce Knight. I know he's super talented, but he's started 1 game. So the wins above replacement that are on the line tomorrow in this courtroom, it is fascinating, Hadad. We don't get this in football very often. You talk about recruiting, you bring in one player, oh, wow, he's going to be the future, but you don't know that, right? You don't know for sure. You bring in a transfer player, and it's, like Sam Levitt's going to help LSU next year. You know that compared to what they would have without him. But this is a guy that you already have, that you already know in your system, in your program, at your school, is a Heisman contender, can lead you to playoff games, can beat anybody on his schedule, and you assume that he's going to be back, but you don't know, and when you will know because of what happens in a courtroom in small-town Mississippi tomorrow. It is fascinating that all of those things are on the line. It's such an interesting story. I still have a hard time wrapping my mind around it, but that is college football in 2026 also.
Yeah. Somebody here on the text line, I agree on Taylor having more upside than Simmons, but what game can you point to where Taylor looked good passing the ball? I thought he was a definite threat as a runner, but never looked comfortable throwing the ball and was not accurate. Well, again, his passing completion percentage isn't that much lower than Simmons, but Simmons threw 5 interceptions. So I guess outside of that one drive against Georgia, find me a game where Austin Simmons looked comfortable throwing the ball, because he threw 5 picks in the 2 starts that he had. Guys, this isn't hard. I'm not telling you that Kamario Taylor is the best quarterback in the country. I'm not telling you he's the best quarterback in the SEC. I'm not even telling you he's the best quarterback in the state of Mississippi. I'm just telling you that he is a better. I would rather have him than Austin Simmons. If I had to pick my quarterback for the 2026 season, I would take Kamario Taylor over Austin Simmons.
Austin Simmons could not have done from what we have as a sample size, could not have done in the Egg Bowl to that Ole Miss team what Kamario Taylor did in the Egg Bowl to that Ole Miss team.
No, and obviously a lot of that was what Taylor was able to do with his legs.
It's part of the game.
But that's part of the game. Yards are yards. I've said that for a long time. I don't care if you rush for 500 or throw for 500. If I get 500 yards of offense, I'm probably going to win.
I mean, Trinidad's really accurate throwing the football, but what made him so special and why they won the Sugar Bowl was his legs too.
The ability to avoid pressure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know that Trinidad is as good a runner in terms of like going down the field running the football as Taylor might be, but I will tell you that in terms of pocket awareness and having those eyes in the back of your head to avoid pressure, Chambliss might be the best quarterback in the country.
Yeah, his escapability and also keeping his eyes downfield while he's doing it is next level.
Like, Georgia schemed up the blitzes that should have ended the game. Mm-hmm. But Chambliss was able to make the plays.
That's got to be so frustrating for Glenn Schumann. I mean, you make the perfect calls as a coordinator, and it doesn't matter.
I've always maybe I should ask a coach next time. I was like, how frustrating is it when you see the play develop and you're like, we've got the absolute right play called, and then somebody misses a tackle, or on the other side they drop the pass. It's got to be. I mean, how do you keep from like just breaking your clipboards at that point?
I'm surprised Schumann has not been given a head coaching opportunity.
I feel like he's kind of like Kirby was in that he is waiting for the right opportunity.
Yeah,
like Schumann is a guy. Dan Lanning went from there straight to Oregon. I mean, a top job. I think Schumann has that kind of cachet that he could go right into an elite job. Now, what is that job? I don't know. I don't know what that would be. But, Kirby Smart waited forever. Kirby Smart could have been a coach at a bunch of different places, but he waited for the right opportunity. Sometimes that works. Kirby Smart is an example. Dan Lanning might be an example of that. Sometimes it doesn't work. Billy Napier is an example of that. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to see. But yeah, Schumann is the guy that I don't know the job though. I don't know what that job is. You know what it could be?
Georgia when Kirby retires early.
I'm gonna go a little left field on you here. What if Texas Tech loses again first round or first game of the playoffs and the money they're pumping in? Wouldn't you want to take that job?
Yeah.
Because you got every resource in the world. So if, they lose again in the first round or they lose their first game again like they did this year, maybe they look to him. That might not be the worst idea. And he's a great recruiter anyway. So
somebody says the only thing Simmons has proven is he's careless with the ball. That will get better with more PT. Hopefully, you say. Well, hopefully, except for the game that he plays in Oxford next year with Missouri.
Well, other than that.
Other than that one.
I wouldn't mind him not having a great game in Starkville against Mississippi State.
Well, this Ole Miss fan is probably...
Well, I'm just saying, you got to pick your battles here. So, other than those 2 games, Austin, go off, young man.
Matt says Jimmy's and Joe's beat X's and O's, or Trinidad and Kiwan's beat X's and O's. Yeah,
that's very true.
Those kind of guys help you. Sports Talk Mississippi from the Pearl River Resort Studio. Stick with us.
From the
Hey guys, what happened? What the heck are you doing?
Sports Talk Mississippi on your radio and in the game. Sports Talk Mississippi.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Man, all-time great stupid movie.
I've never seen the movie.
You've never seen Night at the Roxbury? Never? You have to.
No.
You have to.
Well, I mean,
it's so stupid.
I'll check it out.
It is so stupid. Will Ferrell, though, back in his young days.
Oh, yeah. And Chris Kattan, who didn't go anywhere. You know?
Yeah, I don't even know his name. I didn't remember his name.
Yeah.
Very dumb movie. Somebody's asking me to go down the schedule and list the wins and losses for Ole Miss next season. Oh, God, I mean, that's so difficult, but I will tell you.
A little early.
It's very early for that. I mean, should versus will are two different things. They should beat Louisville, Charlotte. I would say Vanderbilt, Missouri, Auburn, Wofford, Mississippi State. Should win those games. Well, I mean, clear, better roster.
Just say it in terms of they would be favored in those games right now.
I think they will be favored ever so slightly against LSU in Week 3.
Mm-hmm.
Very small favorite, but I think they will be. I think they'll be favored at Vanderbilt. Depending on how the season goes, there's a chance they're a home favorite against Georgia as well, depending on how things shake out, right?
Mm-hmm.
At Florida is interesting because what is Florida through the first 3 weeks? That is a horrible spot on the schedule for Florida because you have the big emotional game with LSU and a week later you're in the swamp. That's tough. That is I don't know if trap game's the right word considering it's Florida in the swamp, but don't like that. I think at Texas is a clear, they will be an underdog in that game regardless of what the two teams are going into the game, I think. Because Texas should be very good. Even if Ole Miss is very good on the road at Texas, you're probably going to be an underdog.
Right.
There's a chance at Oklahoma. They're an underdog also. Tough place to play on the road. If Oklahoma's good like they were last year, there's a chance you're an underdog there. That's a cop-out answer. I'm not going to go, they're going to win that game and lose that game and win that game right now.
No, that's fair. It's totally fair.
But, I mean, I would set their over-under win total at 8.5 probably. Mm-hmm. I think if they win 9 or more games, year one under Pete Golding is deemed a success. Like, you are satisfied with the result. 9-game conference schedule on top of it all. Yeah, if they go 9-3 or better, then yes, successful year. Anything less than that, they lose 4 games with Kewan and Trinidad. If there's no bad injury luck and the returning what they return and getting the number 2 portal class, if they go 7-5, you have buyer's remorse.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But at the same time, I think as a new coach, you got to find a game you don't think Ole Miss is going to lose, a reasonable one, right? I'm not talking about one of their non-conference games. And just say that they might drop that one because of first-time head coach just makes a mistake. It happens. It happens to first-time head coaches. So that's something to keep an eye on. I
mean, Louisville's not going to be easy in week one.
That's not an easy game. Louisville is a good football team. They're well coached with Braum there. That's a good team.
Most certainly is. Somebody says lost to Louisville out of the gate. Ole Miss they have better players than Louisville does. That's yeah. You can coach yourself out of a game too, but that is an Ole Miss's fit. They'll be better at quarterback. They'll be better all over the field, all over it. So that's kind of a no excuses game. I know it's right out of the gate, but that's a no excuses game. Mm-hmm. You can't maintain program expectations and lose to Louisville. Can't do that.
No.
Because you can't beat Louisville. Look at how many more losses are coming after that one.
You think about, you think about even Arnett, his first year beat Arizona. Like he got off to a 2-0 start. If you start off 0-1 and you still got all those SEC games to play, let me just put it this way: you don't want to be following Lane Kiffin on Twitter if you lose to Louisville. He's going to have something to say.
You
He's
probably
going to have something to say. So
we just need to do that anyway. But
yeah. But that Ole Miss needs to be 2-0 when they play LSU. That's for sure.
Where is the Louisville game? It's in
Nashville, Tennessee.
At Nissan Stadium. The new one will not be done quite yet. It's getting close. Saw an overhead view of it. I've actually driven by it, too. It's so much bigger than Nissan Stadium. And not in terms of seats because it's all amenities and all that stuff.
Right.
But the property is, I would guess 50% bigger.
Yeah.
It's huge. Right there, across the river. And it's right next to Nissan Stadium. That's how you can get a good side-by-side comparison.
Right.
Because it's right next to it.
Yeah, it's easy to tell.
Somebody says should basically be a home game. Then, yes, I would. Now, Louisville's going to travel well. It's not like Louisville's far from Nashville, right? Am I being dumb with geography?
It's got to be a few hours, right?
2 hour and 40 minutes. So it's closer.
Not far. Yeah. It should be Louisville will bring fans.
They'll bring fans. If I had to bet right now, I think Ole Miss would have slightly more people. But if you're thinking it's going to be like 90-10, you're crazy.
No, I don't think it'll be 90-10 at all. No.
Actually, Geodis Park, the soccer stadium in Nashville, awesome.
Really?
It was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually kind of dystopian, but to the concourse area, there is not any wasted space. Every inch of the concourse around the stadium is either a bathroom, a concession stand, or a gift shop. Every inch of it, the whole way around. It's one of those places, though, where you don't have to scan your card. You just it's all grab-and-go concessions. You grab a beer, and you walk through the turnstile, and you've paid. And it charges you.
How?
I have no idea. I have multiple cards in my wallet. It charged the one I would prefer them charge, but how did it know?
How did it know? Is it an Apple Pay thing?
Nope. I didn't have to. Hey, Dad, I didn't have to do anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is it just catching your iPhone?
I guess.
So what if you're an Android user?
I must have the technology to do that too.
So what you're telling me is if I could steal your phone, I could go to this place and eat and drink all I want.
I guess.
And it's not going to cost me. It ain't going to cost me nothing.
Hey, Dad, I bought a beer. Nobody scanned it. Nobody checked my ID.
That's really fascinating. I don't know how that works. I don't know the technology behind it or anything like that.
It's cool.
What's the name of this place? Geodis?
Geodis Park.
How does
Geodis Park
work at Geodis Park, Nashville? It's all done via cash and mobile payment, but it doesn't say how. It doesn't say how they're getting your.
And the turnstile doesn't go until it confirms your payment.
Credit cards are accepted at register. It's called NSC Pay. So works with the debit. It's in your whatever your card is in your mobile wallet.
But I don't have a mobile wallet set up.
You don't have an Apple Wallet set up?
Mm-mm.
How do you put your tickets in? Where do you put your tickets?
So I don't have a credit card linked to my Apple Wallet.
Okay. You don't?
Mm-mm. I don't use Apple Pay.
You don't use Apple Pay? Oh, okay.
But it still worked.
Huh.
I was able to grab what I wanted and walk through the turnstile, and it charged my card every time.
So, good question here. What if you don't take your phone? Now, that would be psychopathic behavior in the year 2025. But, I guess.
There was an employee there. Maybe you could, they could check you out.
There's got to be a way to do that, yeah.
But I'm telling and it was so fast and efficient. Like, it was really cool. But at the same time, I never took my card out of my wallet. I never had to.
That is cool, though.
It was so fast. My gosh, I never waited in line.
When I went to Wrigley, it was fast, but it wasn't like that. You did have to go to the register and just scan your card.
See, hey, this is how crazy it gets. I'm not making any of this up. Somebody says the card that you bought the tickets with, that's the card they have on file. The tickets were actually gifted to me.
Ah.
And it still works just fine.
You sure you don't have a card on your Apple?
I have bought tickets before, so maybe that's just how it went down.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, the
Did you? And you got charged for this? You went back and saw where there was a charge?
Everyone accurately. Yep.
Okay. I don't know if I like that or not. I gotta be totally honest. We're getting a little big brothery here.
It's like, okay, what else can they charge me as I walk by, you know?
Then your Ring camera will charge you, you know. They put a chip in your brain.
What if you don't take out your phone? That's the thing. You didn't have to. I didn't have to.
No, he's asking, what if you didn't take your phone?
There was. I mean, it's a turnstile. You cannot go through unless you are good to go.
Good
through.
to go. Okay, so they're gonna stop you.
Yeah.
So you got to at least have a credit card on you, a debit card on you, something, because it's cashless. It is 100% cashless.
They put a chip in your brain and wiped your memory. I mean,
possible.
Man, it's a beautiful park. The sightlines were amazing. Everything ran efficiently. Got right into the stadium right away. Sound system was awesome. It's a beautiful place, but that was a weird thing to experience right there.
Yeah, I bet.
Sports Talk Mississippi. We'll be right back.
I saw a werewolf drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's. His hair was perfect. Werewolves of London. Draw blood. Werewolves of London.
In the Venom. Let's go. To the junction, in the grove, and to the top. Don't hurt yourself. Sports Talk Mississippi. On SuperTalk Mississippi.
What's coming up on Thunder and Lightning tonight, Mr. Brian Hadad?
One day you're going to forget again.
Nope.
One day.
Nope.
Do you set a reminder?
No, I don't, actually.
Okay.
You know what my reminder is? When
the shame.
When Rhino walks by.
The shame of the time you forgot, and I immediately called you a carpetbagger.
I remember that.
Yeah.
But no, when I see Rhino walk by, it's like,
Let's talk some baseball. Does that sound like a good idea? You know what's hilarious, by the way? Ole Miss is about to tip off. State tips off 8 o'clock. This is the first time we've mentioned those two things today. I guess outside of maybe you'll lose some stations.
Yeah, the only mention has been if you lose stations, switch over here so you don't have to listen.
We haven't told you who they're playing. They
Alabama.
play each other. Tennessee. They play each other on Saturday. Who cares? Baseball, baseball, baseball. It is time. Let's jump into it on Thunder and Lightning.
We've said this before. It is true, though. If Chris James and Chris Beard need to find ways to win games down the stretch. Yeah. They're not going to make the tournament.
The game Saturday, the coach who wins that is just going to have a little easier final month of the season.
You need to justify to your people that basketball is worth investing in. You might be thinking, what? What are you talking about? Ole Miss went to the Sweet 16 last year. Of course it is. Look at the crowd tonight. In basketball in this state, it's hard to habit form great crowds, and it's easy to lose them when baseball season comes if you're not good. So you got to be interesting, and you got to tell your people, hey, remember when meaningful basketball was fun? It's worth continuing to invest in.
Agreed.
That's what needs to happen over the next month. Starts tonight, and then Saturday, as Hadad said, is not important because neither team is good, but it will help. So that's something.
It hasn't been fun. This has not been a great month, since. Not that I enjoyed Ole Miss being in the playoff, but at least it gave us something to talk about, right? But since that game, since the Fiesta Bowl to this week, we've been previewing baseball, but there's only so much you can preview, right? Not having basketball has not been great.
Not been great.
Plus, I enjoy basketball. I enjoy college basketball. It's my second favorite sport at Mississippi State. As a guy who was in school when they went to the Final Four, and that imprinted upon me, and I've held it ever since. Yeah. And I have not enjoyed not enjoying basketball.
Yeah, big environments, crazy student sections.
That's good stuff.
It's good stuff. Tomorrow, we'll have something injunction-wise to talk about, and hockey, Olympic hockey. The men get started tomorrow as well. I'm super jacked up. I don't know near as much about the hockey team as I do the soccer team. They just don't play together as much as soccer does, in part. But I am excited to see him play tomorrow. Apparently, there's been some controversial selections, Hadad, and the coach has, he better win this or else his reputation is going to be tarnished because he made some bad roster moves. I'll take the internet's word for it.
Well, that's not good.
Because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But we'll make it happen.
At least I think so.
I think yeah, he'll be fine.
No news either on the weather, by the way, for this weekend.
Yeah,
in
we still
baseball.
have no updates, which means nothing's changed. I'd like to point that out yet again. Nothing has changed. Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and I believe Southern Mississippi all are set for 4 o'clock first pitch on Friday, and everything is still where it is for the weekend. My guess is this, and it's just a guess. Thursday, we get some sort of information if there's going to be a change. So.
It looks like, after looking at the forecast, because Saturday and Sunday are both in trouble.
Right. There's a lot of rain supposed to be happening those days.
You play 2 on Friday and try to get the third in at some point on Saturday
That's
and
the
Sunday.
thing, and we talk about this tomorrow on the pod, is that even in these rainy weekends, you can find a 3-hour window where it's just dry enough to go play baseball. Yeah, I can't tell you, I don't remember the last time State lost a game due to weather. And they certainly have never had an entire weekend washed out. So they'll find a way. It may be a doubleheader Friday. We'll see. I would like to again, if you're doing that, Mississippi State, if you're listening to me, if you're within the sound of my voice, let's get an early first pitch. I'd love to be there for the opening game.
Yes.
Let's get a 11 a.m.
11.
That gives me. I'm sure I'll be here on time.
Absolutely. I mean, you get the whole game in.
Yeah.
And then, you start at 11, and you've got that 45-minute window before Game 2.
And head over to the studio.
Game 2 will start
as we're coming on the air. That's the best case scenario, Mississippi State. Make it happen for your friend Brian, who does a lot for you. Don't lie. Don't front. Don't act like I don't. Come on this airwaves every day and defend you.
Ole Miss, same thing. Do us a favor on Friday.
Don't do that one for me, Ole Miss. I would understand why you don't do anything for me. I get it. It's cool. I mean, Keith and I are cool, but I don't. You know, I'm certainly I am definitely Nafum.
More Hadad, an hour more of Hadad after the news. Enjoy your I was about to say enjoy your basketball. And we'll see you tomorrow at 3. Good night.
SuperTalk Mississippi Media Production.